have the black wait, Jelly Sally, Raphael? What happened? No more music again? I gotta just hum it. Magic! There I go. Magic. All right, that's it. Are we rolling? 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 Are we going? Are we going? Are we going? And we're doing it. I said, bebop, sheepbop, Scooby-Doo. Guess what, Santa Monica Boulevard? We love you. We're going to laugh and roll till there's so much so you're going to giggle till you're 110 years old. I don't mean to brag. I don't mean to. But Magic's there on the breakfast toast. See, we play that song so we don't have to pay for it. How young do I sound in there? Thank you, Billy. Billy's like, have a seat. Billy's like, have a seat before you fall down. The things that I text Billy throughout the days are crazy. They're silly things. They're stupid things, I find. I have birds. We're going to do a benefit. I'm looking for comics who support birds. I mean it. I mean it. I have a whole. You have a bird too? That's what we need right now. I'm helping this woman, Marie, and her feathered friends. Now, I know some of you don't know this, but since you left, I have birds. It is new. I had cats. They're dead. They're definitely dead. That's so sad. They were the worst cats I ever had. They pissed on everything. I mean, it was awful. It was the couch, everything. They were fixed. And I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have gotten these cats because the lady, listen, you ever try to really adopt a cat? Anybody ever try to, they ask you what you do, and if you tell them what you do, they tell you, you're not trustworthy enough to have an animal. Entertainers are never home. You probably have mice, and that's why you want cats. So I had to wait 3 months after this application was put in for my kittens. So I put the application in, and by the time I got these cats, because then, what's her name? Hilton did something stupid and forgot a chihuahua in her pocketbook and put it in a closet. After she had it adopted, exactly. So they want to give me another 4-week wait time, and I'm visiting the cats I'm adopting, the children. Now I got saber-toothed tigers coming home, all right? They're not kittens anymore. And they came, they were like cats with attitude. They were like, I'm going to pee here. I'm going to pee here. This is my spot. This is my spot. So I wake up, and I find a bird's head in my bed. And I ran out of my pants. I had no drawers. I didn't care. I got Sal, said, help me. They're trying to kill me from Jersey. They put it in my bed. And it wasn't even that. The cats went outside and killed a bird. I don't live on the first floor. You know how hard you have to stand so still to catch a bird. And I knew something was wrong because they were standing like this. My cats were never nice. They were just standing like this. And I looked at them, and I looked next to me. I was like, bird! Blood! Horrible. That was the first bird blood. Now I have more bird blood. So today I came home. So I have these 2 birds that I have. It's Cheech and Chong, as you guys may know. Just to refresh you. Chi-Chi got lost for a month. Ended up in another town at an airport. Busted up beak. Looking all like jacked up. But she's home. Yes. And now I've got to do a benefit because Jeff Garcia, Jeff Garcia passed away, sadly. And he has a cousin who has a bird. And Adam, what's his name? No, they changed their names. Not Adam West. He changed his name, Hunter, yes. Adam Hunter has a bird, too. So what happened is that since the fires, this is the serious part. If you guys even like animals, I have to do this fundraiser. I have to get Samantha's sister to help me and go to San Pedro, Sarah. We're going to help the lady with these birds, all right? She came and talked on the phone. She's like, I've got too much to do. The groomer is coming. I said, the niggas got a groomer. The birds got groomers coming like a barbershop, sitting there getting their little nails done and stuff. I said, well, I need the groomer to come to my house because I can't cut their nails because they'd be flying off and scratching me, and I can't handle all that, but they're wonderful sometimes. Do I have shit on me? Just tell me. You can just tell me. I just make believe all the time when people say, oh, a bird pooped in your hair. I'm like, oh, my God. Works every time. But when a bird poops on my head that's not my bird, I get offended. I'll deal with my own shit, not your shit, okay? That's when it's good luck? I don't think so. All right, so here we do many things. As you know, we do podcasts and we do comedy and just a whole lot more. And so I'm going to start the show off tonight with someone who's a big part of the acting dimension here. That's right. We have the Write Club, WRITE, and a shout out to Sean that's watching. I meant to say hello to you from Dustin, who's on a boat somewhere. Notice I'm not on this boat. People keep trying to get me on these boats, but I can't go on a ship because the last time we didn't come back. I just can't do it. And then just as I'm getting ready to book this ship, because my husband's telling me you need to try, I watch, what's her name? Natalie Bradley's missing. Did you see this? Did you see the girl on the boat with her family? She's with her brother and her mother and her father, and she's missing. She's white. She could swim. can't use that one. Wasn't depressed. All right, can't say she jumped too short. Where is she? They smuggled her out, and now she's sex trafficked. Who's going to sex traffic me? No, because it would have come up in the water. But anyway, she's been spotted. I don't know why I'm telling you about this true story. I got to stop watching criminal stuff. You know why? It makes you feel comfortable. I actually went on stage the other night at the Comedy Store, and I said, this is not an advertisement, but I work for the LA School of Comedy. I realized I work for the LA School of Comedy. I shouldn't say that. I should say I own the LA School. But you have to be so mentally ill to leave here and go to the Comedy Store. How sick am I? I just want to be with other people my age that are, like, you know, beyond me, where they say, I recognize you, Sunda. What's your name? They just said my name. They just said my name. I just can't remember your name. Are you going to go up today? And I'm just like, why are you walking like that? Stop it! We started together. Shut up! Black don't crack, half white just might. So, come on in. Give them a round of applause. Yes. Hey, all night long, all night. Let's bring up, well, first of all, a round of applause to our comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman, and your social media manager, and your posting guy, Billy Ramirez. This is Jennifer Flores. I almost said Lopez. Forgive me. It's not racist. It happens. I make a mistake. I know it, Jennifer Lopez don't look nothing like Jennifer Lopez. Nothing like her, okay? Jennifer Lopez got a twin, and they don't look nothing alike. Jennifer Lopez got a tooth missing and everything. But what we do here with the acting class is wonderful. I'm going to be, in about 2 months, I'm going to be doing something with you, Aaron, because it's time for this. It's time to have that acting class for the comedians so that when you get on stage and you get the audition, you're not being the wise guy saying, oh, I would do it this way. Take the words you're given and just deal with it. Stop waiting for your lines and act. But I'm not the one to tell you that. This guy's running this place here, and we really want to blow up because if not, I'm going to blow him up. I'm kidding. I love him to death. Let's give it up for Aaron McIntyre of the Film Actors Cafe.
Thank you, Sunda. Thank you. I think I remember you. I think I've seen you before. Aren't you a comedian? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, how are you tonight? Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's light it up, motherfuckers. Oh, look. Shemaya. Shemaya's up there. She's got her discerning face on tonight. What are you thinking about tonight, Shemaya? What's on your mind? What would you like to talk about? Yeah, I got you now, didn't I, huh? Nothing? Anybody? Anybody got something you want to talk about? Because I'm sick of talking about my shit. I'm talking my act. You want to talk about my act? Well, this is my act right here. I'm doing my act right here. We have the fabulous Paddy. Paddy, ladies and gentlemen, have not seen him in forever. We love Paddy. Paddy comes from the old country with his potatoes over at the Mayflower. Did your family come through the Mayflower, Paddy? There were no Irish people on that. That's right. It was a test. Actually. Yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about what's going on, man. I mean, what in the fuck is going on? This last weekend has been a crazy shit show of shit. I mean, it's just nonstop. We've got, people getting shot. We've got people being thrown down on the ground. We've got little 5-year-old kids with bunny hats being used as bait for their parents. I mean, what kind of weird place is this? This is crazy. And we got a president, boy, the dude. I'm so happy. All the people who voted for Trump, thank you. Thank you for giving us a wonderful, wonderful little comedy show that we'll laugh at in a few years. It'll take us a few years because we do have to have that distance, right? What is it? Tragedy plus time equals comedy. So I think we got a little bit of time left because this is definitely a little bit of a tragedy. I'm really hoping that we can all pull together. Love to watch. Yes, thank you. Yeah, let's give it up for America. They're going to stand up for America. Yeah, I actually was born in the mid-1900s. So yeah, I am a thank you for the 2 claps. I appreciate that. I am an official senior citizen now. I just hit the 65-year mark in December. Thank you, thank you. Feel like a 21-year-old if I'm laying down, but as soon as I move at all, that all changes. I'm usually peeing on the floor on the way to the bathroom, or it's tough, ain't it? Ain't it? Yeah, yeah. The people who are middle-aged, just wait. It gets better. I think you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it because I still have the same thoughts, the same demented, weird craziness that I had when I was 20. It's just the body don't follow. It just don't follow the way it used to. I had a rough day today. First, I opened my eyes. That was fucking tough. Then I rolled over, and I went back to sleep for a little while, and then I came to again, and then I got up and I did my morning jog to the bathroom. It was more like one of those, in the Olympics. I don't know. Do they still do the speed walking thing? They do the speed walking. That's what it's like when I'm going to the bathroom in the morning. It's like, oh, gotta hold it together. But I usually make it. So I got up. I went to did my jog, and then I went back to bed. Had another little nap. Then I had to get up again and go out and have some yogurt. I had some Greek yogurt, and it had already been opened once, so there's like a little puddle. The little puddle you get in the bottom, and you gotta stir it up. That's such a pain in the ass. Why can't they make unpuddleable yogurt? That's what I want to know. Just take out the puddle. Tried a little bit of peanut butter today. I tried to get the peanut butter, but I had the organic peanut butter. Yeah. That takes about 45 minutes to stir that shit up. Am I right? You got to dig the knife down. I've got a whole system going. I tried one time to put it in the NutriBullet. Didn't work really well because it just doesn't fall to the bottom, so it just goes whoosh and pushes all of the peanut butter up to the top, and then just and then you gotta stamp it down, and it became an hour and a half instead of 45 minutes if I just would have taken the knife to it. I was watching the Jack Smith stuff. That was really fun to watch. I think somebody needs. I'm offering myself up to Jack Smith as a personal coach for speaking on camera, because it does not look good, even if you got the right answers, if it takes you 45 minutes to say no. It just needs some public speaking, because he looked kind of a little distrustful. Yeah, he is. He's a criminal. He's against America, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Smith is. He's taken out a vendetta against all of us Americans, all of us patriotic Americans who believe in Christian law and believe in white power and Christianity and God, Jesus. No, not God. We just want Jesus. Because nothing says America like white people. Yeah, it's kind of sad the way that the way everybody's like standing. Like, you think that we don't know that you just want a white nation? I mean, it's pretty clear. And all of the people who are appropriating, all the white people who are appropriating apartheid, they're appropriating that shit. They're not suffering this. They're not being kicked out of South Africa. They're just living their lives. But, I am a white guy, so all of the blacks and... yeah, I am. I'm white. Yeah. You did not see? You're colorblind. I love that. I love it when people say, no, I don't see color. So you're colorblind then. You're really colorblind? You can't really tell that I'm a white guy? Yeah, I'm white, and so of course you guys, you know, the Hispanics and the blacks, you're all taking my jobs. Fuck, man, I can't. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Any white people out there who can't get a job, you're either fucking lazy or you're really stupid. You're really stupid if you can't get a job. Because pretty much, you know, anybody out on the street here who's homeless, if they're white, they could walk pretty much in anywhere and get a job still. But I don't know. I just decided to come up and chatter, and not really have any stuff to do. So I appreciate you all helping me so much. Yeah, you've been helping me with such great recommendations and subject matter. Uh, Everybody's like, fuck, he's going to ask questions. Yeah, that's the question and answer portion. My name is Aaron McIntyre. It's AERON MACINTYRE. If you can spell all that shit out, you can find me anywhere. It's totally a marketing ploy. You can find me anywhere. Or you can find filmactorscafe.com. And check out our classes. Check out, you know, what we do in the classes a little bit. You can come in and audit one of the classes Tuesday night, 7 p.m. right here, 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard. So be sure and do that, because I think that I think you'll have some fun. We have some fun. We take current scripts and work on those. And I'm going to stop yakking, and I'm going to bring up the ever studious. Sunda Kronquist.
I believe in him. Listen, I freaking believe in him because I am the worst person to teach. I am. And then one day I was helping him and I was taping him, and I said to him, "That was just great." And he freaked out and said, "What is wrong with you? I didn't finish. It was my moment." Thank you, Denzel Washington, for walking in tonight. I just wanted to say that because you know why? People never know, right? But I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what he says when you have the comedy of Billy Ramirez. Let's do this, Billy.
What's up, everyone? All right. Woo, it's always nice to be here at LA School of Comedy. Aaron, I'm glad you warmed them up with the senior citizen. This is going to be senior citizen light. You know, so, yeah, I'm fast approaching middle age. Trying to get used to that. You know, the fact that I'm in the back nine of my life, you know, and overall it's fine. Although my body is starting to give me signals that I'm fast approaching middle age, kind of getting like these physical check engine lights. Like right now I'm dealing with one on my right ankle, which feels crunchy. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And then not too long ago, my right shoulder went through the terrible 42s, and for a while there, it just started to hurt for no reason. And then for a brief period, it was a real pain in the butt, which that, fortunately, has not become an issue yet, but it's almost time for colonoscopy. We'll see how that goes. I've never really been athletic, but I've never really been completely unathletic, and I always felt that I was athletic enough to escape a dangerous situation, like I don't know, a herd of miniature horses. And I choose miniature horses because I think I can fend off a few. A bull cannot fend. What's the point? I'm not even going to run. So I'm not. You won't ever see me in Pamplona. I don't even own white pants. So what's even the point? But unless these miniature horses are about 10 minutes away, which is enough time for me to warm up before I run from a cold dead start, then I'm for sure going to blow out an ACL, MCL, PCH, WNBA, what have you, TV VCR combo, which is how old I am. And then eventually I'll be subjected to a slow, adorable death via miniature horses. And, you know, they call it running with the bulls, but I've seen through the BS. Like, it's running from the bulls, all right? It's like, I've never seen anyone in the middle of the pack like, all right, bulls, let's go get them, woo, you know, but I've seen a lot of videos of people right in front trying to avoid getting a horn right up the, yeah, anyways, you get the point. If I ever get the urge to try something dangerous like that, I'm going to start with running with scissors. Anyways, no, that's done. So yeah, my body is starting to shut down like a. Bless you. My body is starting to. Jeez, are you allergic to my comedy? Holy Lord. Yeah. So my body is starting to fall apart like a dying mall. That's how I describe it. You know, like my right ankle, like I said, we'll give that Radio Shack. I'll call it Radio Shack. My right shoulder, we'll call it Montgomery Ward, which because I worked there for a summer there. You know, so I got to shout out. And then eventually I'll be the human equivalent of a dead mall. You know, I'll be open, but nobody goes there anyway. You know, anyways. Let's see. Valentine's Day is coming up. Say we want everyone ready. You got your dates and all that, your hot dates and whatnot. Yeah. I don't have anything planned, and as a single 40-something man, I should probably being single for Valentine's Day should probably make me want to find like the nearest tall ledge or whatever. But I'm not sad. I'm not a sad single. I'm a self-aware single because I know I got some kinks to work out. I got some bugs in the software still that I gotta fix. Yeah, it's there's the term incel, involuntarily celibate. I like to call myself an accel, accidentally celibate. Like I am a sexual Mr. Magoo that I just stumble past really obvious opportunities. Like I'm just clueless. Like that's the reason I'm single is because I'm clueless. Like here's how clueless I am. For example, a few years ago, I took my car to the track. I like taking my car to the track because I have a speedy turbo hatchback, and I like to take it to the track and drive it around the track slowly because it's my only car. All right, it's like I'm gonna need it Monday. There's a whole lot of like go around. When I go to the track days. But I met this woman, and we hit it off, and we exchanged information, but she lived 40 miles away, and immediately I started overthinking. It's like 40. I don't know if this is gonna happen, whatever. So I didn't do it. I didn't pursue. And then 2 weeks later, out of the blue, on a Friday, she texts me and offers to come over and make me dinner. And you know what I said? I said, thank you, that's very kind, but that's a long drive, and I already ate. And that's how clueless I am. Yes, I gave up potentially happily ever after for Trader Joe's Mandarin Orange Chicken, which might seem like a good trade-off, but it's not. And also, I thought by now I'd grow out of some quirks. Like I'm in my 40s and I'm ticklish. Yeah, I'm not afraid to tell you all that I'm ticklish. All right, because I'm violently ticklish. All right, and like I'm so violently ticklish that if I were to wish the wrong wish and end up in the middle of an MMA fight, my only chance to not die immediately is if my opponent tickles me. It's like you tickle, ow, I just might get a kick in or something. And when you're 8, being ticklish is adorable. When you're in your 40s, it's a liability. And I once accidentally ended a potential relationship because of my ticklishness. Yeah, I'm from the Bay Area, and I was seeing this girl from up in Boulder Creek, which is north of Santa Cruz. It's a little woods town up in the woods. And we were going to go to a concert in Santa Cruz, so I met up at her place in Boulder Creek. And I'm just kind of staring at the living room window, getting lost at looking at all these coast redwoods, and just like, looking at all these trees and little scenery and all that. Then she comes up behind me, tickle, oh my God, I fucked it up. Shit. Because I saw you approaching the light, and that threw me off. Fuck it. Anyways. I elbowed her in the face, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, that was weird. I gotta, yeah. Slight movement throws me off. Anyways, so I elbowed her in the face. I was like, oh my God, it's not that bad. And I'm like, oh no, it's actually, it was that bad. She had a full Picasso thing going on. And and then she was very upset. She told me to Van Gogh away. And then I got kind of petty, and I said, well, Van Gogh away, but you need to learn how to saison your chicken. I don't know a lot of painters. No, and, just kidding. Actually, she got the last word in, and she said I was free to leave. I had to get the Mexican win in. Órale, viva la raza. Comedy's fun, but I'm not yet going to rely on it for my stream of income, based on my average yearly earnings of $2.66 repeating dollars. So my day job, I'm still trying to do a career shift. I work behind a computer all day. I'm trying to do something more client facing. So been sending out resumes and trying to find my dream job or whatever. And I do have a dream job. I just can't have it though, and that's playing drums for Metallica, because it's literally been filled since almost as long as I was born. You know, so I'm 7 months older than Metallica. Yeah, so that's my dream job. It's either playing drums for Metallica or being a professional dog petter. Yeah, I would be the greatest professional dog petter. I would love talking about it. People are like, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, me? Oh, who's a good boy? Look at this doggy. Oh, that. It's like, oh, yeah, really? You pet dogs for a living? Like, how much do you make? Like, if you don't mind me asking. Oh, me? I make $742,000 per year. Like, how do you make that kind of money? It's like, very simple. You just got to follow. You got to do what you love. You know, as long as you follow your heart, the money will follow. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to go put my hands on a Shih Tzu. But anyways, do you think if the Metallica job ever opened up, they'd ask for a cover letter? Because I'm sick of cover letters. It's enough with cover letters. Unless you're applying for a writing job, enough with cover letters. You know, it's like there's already a resume perfectly outlined, and then, you know, like if you have a perfect resume, does a cover letter matter? Like if you're interviewing for a really important position, you know, like, and you have the greatest candidate, you know, like, oh, thanks for applying for this position. This is the greatest resume I've ever seen. But this cover letter, dude, oh my God, Garamond, really? Oh no, get out of here with your fancy fonts. This is a Helvetica house, you know. But on the other hand, if I'm hoping people that are unqualified aren't getting jobs because of their cover letters, you know, that'd be scary. Imagine like, oh, thanks for interviewing for this really important position. Let's take a look at your resume. Oh my God, this is the worst resume I've ever seen. Like, you haven't worked in 28 years, and the last thing you did was manage a VHS rental store in Davenport, Iowa. I gotta tell you, you're based on this resume. There's no reason for me to give you this job. But this cover letter, though, whoo! If I may borrow a word from your cover letter, I was enraptured. So based on your cover letter and cover letter alone, congratulations, you're now the head of pediatrics here at Cedars-Sinai. You know, like, I'm hoping that has ever happened. Anyways, my name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me at billyramirez.com and on Instagram and TikTok at Middle-Aged Muchacho. Please welcome back to the stage. Please welcome up to the stage the patron saint of I can't alliterate. Please welcome Patty.
Thank you. Give it up for the middle-aged muchacho. Come on. Somebody wake Mark up. He's in the back. Give him a sandwich. Keep it going for the middle-aged muchacho. Come on. This place is bubbling over. What's? Thank you very much. I take that. Sexy, isn't it? This is a fucking sexy mustache. My wife doesn't not allow me to drive a convertible with this mustache. That's how sexy it is. Although, you know, when I came in here, it's funny you bring up my mustache. Give it up for a man in a robe. This man is bold. Bold. He don't give a fuck. He didn't even get dressed to come here. He's wearing a fucking robe. You dressed. You got to give it up. You're my kryptonite, a big booty Latina. God damn it. That's okay. It'll work for me. That's okay, honey. Go with it. It's in the act. We're all here together. Let's join together, shall we? Shall we join together? No, that's okay. You'll get your time. We'll get to you. Sunda accused me of having resting January 6th face. It's not true. Actually, that's where I met Mark. I don't know if you know that. It was January 6th. Yeah. But what I wanted to say is this thing. I'm entirely too high to be doing this right now. That's way too fucking high. I want to qualify that, just so whatever happens after this, you can take with a grain of salt. And I'll tell you what it is. I cannot smoke you young folks weed. This fucking weed that they have now, you know, take a third hit. What the fuck was I thinking? It's like China. It's way more powerful than when I was in high school. It's fucking beyond. It's beyond. And the fucking weed that they smoked out, like back in the day, Sue, do you remember back in the day? You went to someone's house and they sold weed. It was called weed. And if you were lucky, they might have this other weed that they called this other weed. It's just some other weed that the guy had. This other weed. Sativa, indica, we didn't have any of that shit. Although the strain that I smoked is called Charlie Sheen's Boyfriend. Fuck, man. It's not that the weed fucked me up so bad. It's just I hate it when Corey Feldman is right. So now what I do is this is my favorite hobby. I love to get really high Thank you very much. Give it up for my being very high. And then I go to CVS and I hang around the blood pressure machine. I'm there all the time for absolutely no fucking reason. And then they got rid of COVID. They got rid of the fucking blood pressure machine. COVID took that from me, which, you know, COVID was a tragedy. It killed millions of people. But miraculously, everybody I owed money to survived. I don't know what to tell you. That's something like that. The man, give it up for the man in the robe. Man in the robe, give it up, man, give it up. I like, because if you walk around CVS, you can tell how the world really works. Like, no, it's true. It will tell you how this world actually works. Like, here's what I noticed. Are you familiar with this thing, the Plan B? Have you seen the Plan B? The Plan B, Sam doesn't know because she's a very innocent woman. Sam, no, some women for Plan B is actually Plan A. That's what it's, but no, not Sam. She's pure as the driven snow. That's yes. But if you look at the Plan B, they have names, right? One Step, that's one name. One Step. What's the other one? Two Step. But one is just called Julie. How big of a slut do you have to be to get a fucking Plan B named after you, Julie? Julie's a fucking slut. But here's the thing that's odd, and it tells you how the world works. Plan B is locked up. They lock it up. It's behind lock and key. Now, if there's any woman you want to have Plan B, to get Plan B, it's a woman that has to shoplift it. That's a woman that fucking needs Plan B. You know what I mean? Because, you know, once again, she's poor. Second of all, she's stupid enough to sleep with a guy without a condom, which are also locked up. They lock up the condoms. You can get them for free. Just go to Out of the Closet. There's a big jar of them there. If you can't figure out how to get a condom for free, believe me, you should be neutered. But these two, this combination of these two, these are not class valedictorians. You know what I mean? These two the fruit of their loins will probably be a trailer-dwelling, fourth-generation EBT recipient. You want to nip these two in the bud, really, is what you want to do. This is good. I like this point in my act because this is the point when all of you, just look at me and feel a little bit better about yourself. It's my gift to you. And I think it was hip hop diva and vagina wordsmith, Sexy Red, who's also my hall pass, just so you guys don't know that, who said, and I quote, "I hate it when people call themselves allies and then refuse to have violent gay sex with me." Sorry, that was Hillary Clinton. It was a young Hillary Clinton. She was going through a phase. It's a phase. It's college. We all know what happens in college, gals. It's all fine. It's fine. I'm all for it. My cousin called me, and she confessed that she was bisexual, but she's 50. You know, she's 50, and but her thing was she had a date the night before, and she thought her date, the woman had faked an orgasm. I said, "Welcome to my world." Welcome to my world. It's nice to know that the mystery of the female orgasm is a mystery to other women as well. They can't figure it out, you know. But no, I think it was, once again, Sexy Red, my hall pass, who said, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. How true that is. Am I right? How profound a statement it is. Because, let me tell you something. There are countries on this earth where there are no sex toys. None. You know, if you don't have a stable water source, you're walking 3 miles back and forth a day. Sex toys aren't high on the priority list. They're not. But here in America, we have lots of sex toys. You know, and I think it was once again Sexy Red who said, and I quote, "My pussy pink, my booty hole brown." Once again, say it with me. My pussy pink, my booty hole brown. What a profound statement of gender identity in these times of gender fluidity. To state, no, this is this, and this is that. This ain't this, and this is not that. don't get them confused. I am a big fan. This is just me. This is just my own personal preference of factory-installed vagina. Can we get a round of applause for factory-installed vagina? Ladies and gentlemen, where would we be if your vagina is tuck-friendly or an aftermarket vagina? Good for you. But where would we be without factory-installed vagina? We wouldn't be anywhere because that's the only place we can come from. That's the only place. That's all. That's all. That's the only place that life comes out of. And if you're wondering what a woman is, my mother was a woman. My mama, and so was your mama. Like, have you had a C-section? You are a woman. My wife had a C-section. We call it our sunroof baby. She stuck her head out. Yeah. But I truly do love all of you, and I want to invite you to the post-mic freak-off. It's over at Sunda and Mark's. Tonight's theme is a hot yoga orgy. Yeah, give it up for a hot yoga orgy. But please, there'll be no peanut-based lubricants. We had some problems last month with that. This has been good, though. You guys have been, and I mean this from my heart as an audience, you guys have been very mediocre. Mediocre at best. At best. At best. And give it up for big booty Latinos here and everywhere, shall we? Big booty Latinas. I love them. You're not one, but I love you anyway. How's that? Let's give it up for Sunda Kronquist, shall we? Shall we? Boy, the power, the energy in this room, it's wild.
Hey, I thought you were a young George Bush when you walked in here. A hot George Bush. That's what it was. That's what I was trying to figure out. Well, you know what? We got this going on, and if you want to wonder, you got the comedy of Hunter. Let's do it. Let's do this, Hunter.
Sunda. Aaron, you asked if they invented yogurt that doesn't have watery bits. They do. It's called Go-Gurt. Cue the program. Aaron is a special boy. He deserves his Go-Gurt. Maybe Danimals? I don't know. Also, I gotta say, props to you for wearing a robe. If a white guy wears a robe in public, it's alarming. You're either killing people or escaped from a mental institution. So props to you. For those who don't know me, my name is Hunter. Growing up when I was like real little, I wanted to be a spy, right? I wanted to work on behalf of the United States government doing covert operations. Then I got older and that dream kind of faded and I wanted to like make it in America. I want to be rich, successful. And then 2016, I did some drugs and now I want to hang out in a field and watch the system burn to the ground. Okay. We're going to do new material up top. Happy Monday. New material Monday. So I'm trying to figure out who the fuck I am. Some trauma happened, if you don't know. And I'm realizing I think I have like a different moral standard than most people. Like if, short of like an animal content, if anybody posts anything positive online, I just go, that's a negative, right? Because like, I don't know, what came first? I got to do good or I got to make a video because I feel like it was I got to make a video. Like you could be doing a good thing, but you could be a bad person. Like two things can be true. I don't know. Most people don't think like, oh, we're going to feed all these people. We need all the hands we can. We're going to get it to everybody except you. You're going to film. No. Don't hand out food. Film me. All hands on deck, but a couple got to be vlogging. Okay. I just want, if there is like an inspirational positivity influencer out there, I just want you to do an experiment. Do a bunch of good shit and tell us about it. Just brag. Boast. We got to bring back boasting. Right? Because, like, honestly, I don't really even care if you're lying. You don't need to bring receipts. Right? I just like the idea because it's better to, like, doubt you do good things than suspect you are, like, doing evil things. I feel like I got way out of line because I didn't read enough. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Weird time for you to come in. It's fine. No, it's new material. We're good. Okay, where was I? Okay, so if everybody's lying about, like, doing good things, what's worse? for the generation, like a bunch of influencers lying and then maybe convincing some people to do good, or a bunch of people who do constantly good things, but only in front of a camera, right? Thus inspiring an entire generation. That's the only time you should do good things, when people are watching. Yeah, I don't have an ending to this. We'll figure out a punchline, but there's my sermon. No, we got to figure it out. It's a process. Usually I'll come on stage, freak out for 10 minutes, and then write for a week, think I suck, and get back. It's the whole thing. But here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm better than people, because I don't know if I'm a good person, right? Like, I'm a feminist, but I'll be honest, when I first got into it, I just didn't want to hold the door for anybody. Chivalry is a tool of the patriarchy? Okay, I won't give up my seat. This is my bus boycott for feminism. Cool. Here's the thing about equality. It is the lazy man's, like, what did I write? It's the lazy man's ideology, right? Because, like, I don't want to tell you what to do. I want to play video games and look at watches. Figure it out yourself. Okay, you know, we're fine. Red flag, green flag. Green flag, I have gold level health insurance. Red flag, it's cheaper with all my out-of-network therapy. Green flag, I'm special. Red flag, I need a specialist. I thought you'd like that one, Sam. Cool. All right, back to jokes that aren't brand new. All right. I have one political joke that I will do right now. I now know with 100% certainty that the United States government did not orchestrate 9/11. Because what with all the craziness going on and sending the military places, if we had done 9/11, we would just do another 9/11. I'm sorry, Greenland would just have done a 9/11. Right? That's why it's so confusing, because, like, we're America. When we send the military in, we have a reason. Sorry, when we send the military in, we make up a reason. Why? It's like poor brown people, usually. I don't know, anyone hate their ex right now? Yeah, shout out to that. No, I don't know. We're not on good terms. I'm, like, mad at her, which is, like, kind of cool, because usually I'm just mad at myself about everything. Right? No matter whose fault it is, it's mine, and I'm sorry. But it's fun being mad at her, but it's, like, so foreign to my system. Like, I think it's fucking with my hormones. Right? Billy, I have never been this angry, but I have also never been this horny in my entire life. That I'm trying to weird you out. It's comedy. We're having fun. I'm trying to remember the next part. But, like, I don't know. Like, guys, I am 32 years old. The other night, I couldn't sleep. I jerked off 4 times, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat, no, don't clap. I'm 32. That shouldn't happen. Weird applause. Here's the thing. I'm just, laying there pissed off, high tea hunter. And then the next moment, I'm just there like, why won't she let me see my dog? I know we're making eye contact, but we're in it. I want to see my puppy. Just like a divorced bridge troll, like, she's such a good girl. She won't let me see my dog. That's the thing. Yeah, fuck her. I'll leave on this. You guys know when you're in your car at night and like a homeless dude pops up out of nowhere and it makes you kind of freaks you out a little bit? I love when it's a white guy because I can lock my door and not feel bad about it. All right, thank you guys so much. My name is Hunter White. Find me on the internet at My Name is Hunter. At My Name is Hunter on the internet and around. Give it up for Sunda.
No, he also does beautiful photographs. You should know this. Where the hell do you think you're going? I gotta grab some food. Okay. Coming back? No. You ain't gonna not miss walking past. You dang, you know what I'm saying? Did you miss us? Did you miss us at all?
I did miss you.
You missed the mental illness, right?
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
In the classes that we do here, some of you have been a part of it, some of you haven't, but the one thing that's going to happen is that shit's going to happen. Just like that. Shit happens. What you have to do is focus. You go into fourth wall, you go into your acting world, and you just keep going. And a perfect example was Andrew Yee the other day. What's his first name? Not Andrew. What's his name? Armando Yee. you wouldn't have known that all this stuff was going on when he came in here. He just stayed so focused and complete. I mean, committed like I've never seen anybody. Where I would have been like, shut up! I did that already, and I can't do that at people. But I'm talking here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to talk. Isn't it fun to be back here? You're like, wow, she wasn't wearing makeup for me. You're lucky I put my teeth in. All right. I'm kidding. I'm going to get into some new ones. I'm going to get new teeth, new face, new ass. I'm waiting for his narrow ass to get back. You see how I did that? Like I was just hanging on in here. And I said, let me do this thing because I got the comedy of Shumaya Bang. Hey, let's do this. Always wearing my clothes. She's going to give them to me after the show.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for having me. And thank you for being here. Really. Thank you guys for showing up. Yes. So my name is Shumaya Bang Weinstein. That's right. No relation to Harvey Weinstein. And right now, I'm feeling like Harvey Weinstein is in the building. He is sitting here in a robe, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Give it up for Harvey. He got out of prison. Yes. I'm going to put on my best act for you tonight, baby. That's right. Woo! Woo! Got me shaking. Anyways, so that's right. I'm from New York, as you can tell from my accent. And I moved out here right before the pandemic. And, you know, coming out from New York, really coming to New York, from New York, coming to America really gave me a wake-up reality moving to California. You know, I never thought I'd become homeless till I moved to California. I don't look like a homeless person, right? He probably don't look like it. He don't look like it. You don't know who's homeless. It's really some serious shit till you become homeless. And you start really empathizing for people and really understanding what the fuck is going on out here in these streets. So my thing is, listen, if you're homeless, why the fuck don't you just go back where you came from? New York, Bangladesh, Puerto Rico, wherever he thought I was from. Hey, you know, that's the problem. Like, when I tell people I'm from Bangladesh, they're like, Bangla who? Or we get people like him like, oh, I know Bangladesh. No, but you do not know where Bangladesh is. What continent? Tell me. Tell me. No, really. So, tu ikos amike, hey beta amike, tu janos na amike, Shamaya Bangladesh. That's right, that's me. And I used to be a dirty little girl, but now look at me, baby. That's right. It's about the bang thing. And this booty is Orville. Speaking of Orville, you know, I come to comedy school and I meet all kinds of people. Last time I came up in here, I thought I was that shit because, you know, I had a fine man walking me to the parking lot talking about I'm a music producer. I said, oh, yeah, I love to rap. As you can see, I just spit some bars, right? So I'm like, shit, here's my big break. He telling me he worked with Kendrick Lamar and Dr. Dre. So I'm like, that's amazing. So whose studio we going to? He said, oh, we could go to the hotel room that I got in Crenshaw and we can make some music there. I said, I know what kind of music you trying to make, baby. But my husband, he a killer. You don't want to fuck with him. And speaking of him, he at least took me to a fancy dinner at Noble before he took me to his little studio on 13 West 82nd Street. Okay? So when people tell me I'm a gold digger, they got this shit all fucked up. This is a typecast, baby, because I'm doing it for God's work. That's right. Because my husband, he's 71 years old. Yes, and these days, these 71, 70, they are fine as hell. Like, you 32, you playing with your dick, you got a problem, homie. Because 7 years old, your shit ain't even going to be hanging no more. Because my man, he been single since he was still 65 years old. Now, that's a real player. Because you know what's his name? His name is E from Entourage. Heard of the show Entourage? Yes. He's the ultimate player, and I bagged him. Yes, baby, I did it. 8 years we lived together, right? Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? That philosophy? Yeah, bitch. I was the cow, and he bought this milk. All of it. And it's real. Yes. So, yeah, it took us 8 years to finally get married. And then when we did get married, we actually, we moved to California, and I gave him an ultimatum. I was like, either you marry me or you got to go. Speaking of how I got married to him was he's Jewish, and I was Muslim. Psh, what are the odds of that? And today is Shabbat, and I don't know how many of you understand or know about the Jewish religion, But on Shabbat, on a Friday, you're not allowed to touch the mic. So I am committing the ultimate sin. Yes, I'm a sinner. Yes, I am so bad. I am bad. I am very, 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 very bad. Yes, I'm going to go to hell. But in the Jewish religion, we don't go to hell because every year we get written in the book of life. So I'm like, hey, that's my religion. I get to live every year a new me. That's right. So I'm very proud to be Jewish, especially during these times. And speaking of Jewish, I live in Beverly Hills. In the slums of Beverly Hills. I'm not that rich or famous. That's why I'm getting homeless, because they don't play over there. You, one day late on your rent, there's an eviction notice talking about the sheriff is going to throw you out. And I'm not talking about that TV show on the reality. It felt like reality show for me. Anyways, so my husband and I, we're today giving an example. I love my Jewish community. They're like a bunch of like Larry David, like Curb Your Enthusiasm type of like, humor. So my husband, he pulls up, we pull up, we're exchanging cars, we're putting our baby into the other car. And this guy comes out of his car. He's like, yo, move your car. I'm like, what the hell? My husband's like, what? What? I said, calm down, baby, calm down. Don't kill him. Mind you, they're two white guys. This is like crazy. I was like, calm down. So I go over, and then this other lady come out. She's stopping her husband like, baby, no. We both like, what the fuck? I was like, is he Jewish? She's like, yeah. I was like, mine too. Oh, my God. We started high-fiving. The parking brawl turned into the bestie situation. Only in Los Angeles you could have like a Jewish brawl and get down and become best friends. And she's like, oh, my God. I started cracking jokes. Next thing she's like, I work with this guy and that guy. And she started having jokes. And she's like, do you want me to write for you? I said, oh, hell no. This is why it's called being Jewish, bitch. That's right. I am about to make it, motherfuckers. Yes, Netflix, watch out. Anyways, let me give you some new material I'm working on. Thank you. That's some new stuff I'm still working on, the parking brawl. So, yes. Okay, I'd like to get into some feminist shit. Like, yeah, I've never been a feminist till I became a comedian. Really, I have never heard more about pussy and vaginas and dicks and cocks till I came here. And everything is about down talking women. I'm like, yo, I'm from New York. I got shit to say. I'm going to say it on stage. I'm going to say it in your face. I'm going to say it on the street. Don't catch me outside, bitch. Anyways, so, when men are out here talking about pussy this and pussy that, like, they're not ready for us women to stand up and take ownership of this pussy, okay? That's right. So, speaking of, I have a tendency of, like, saying things at the wrong time. Now, I don't know if it's a New York thing or if it's a you thing, or maybe, Mark, you do it a lot, too. So, like, I will go to a party. I will be like, I was at this New Year's Eve party, and I see this tall brother with this short little lady, and I'm like, oh, my God, thank you so much for coming. What is this, your mother? He's like, no, that's my wife. I'm like, oh, my God. Okay, all right, here goes. So then I'm at Shabbat dinner, and I'm sitting down, and I see one of the older ladies. I'm like, damn, mommy, you a cougar. You got you that young boy. He a doctor. She's like, girl, that's my son. I said, I can't do this. Then the other day I'm at the library and this little kid is running around with my daughter and I'm like, yeah, go tell your nanny. She's like, I'm the grandmother. I'm like, oh my God. I just got to keep my big mouth shut, right? I think that's what I need to do and save it for the stage, like my husband says. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my moment. This is your moment. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so grateful to be here and do my magic with you guys. Give it up for yourselves and have a good night. My name is Shamaya Bang, and you can find me on TikTok and Instagram, ShuMayaBang. And thank you, Sunda, for having me here. Thank you so much to LA Comedy School.
Oh my God, that white on white crime. Is this serious? Yo, you ever see white people get mad at each other? Hey. You got something to say? As they back up. It's beautiful. Beautiful. My brother used to do that. He would get in the fight and back up. You going to eat that challah now?
Yes.
Ain't no challah back, girl?
And you should have said which one first. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. I got to see everybody. I love my people.
I know it. We love you. Welcome to this new world. How you like this? We're going to make you into a nice Jewish girl, too. Why? You're already dressed. Shemaya, we got a new one. We got a new one.
I don't know if she's in disguise or she's playing Jewish.
We're gonna book her. What do you think? We're gonna book her. We're gonna book her. Yes. All right. It's always an interesting night here, but it's very interesting when I get dressed. I'm kidding, because sometimes you have to just get out of that robe. I want to wear my robe like you. I would wear it everywhere. My husband's so sick of me and his robes, my robes. Any robe that doesn't have bird shit, I'm wearing it. Okay. But talk about bird shit. Talk about talking shit. She got that right. And remember that we're live and we're being streamed, so everything you say, Mark Zafran, will be used and said against you in a court of law. Because I love you madly, I want to hear what you have to say for today. Come on up here, Mark Zafran. Let's hear what you got to say. Where are you? Man, you're getting blacker and blacker, man. Once you go black, you go broke. Oh, stop. He's still complaining, and we got Denzel sitting here in a robe. You better be quiet.
My space.
All right.
So, you and your robe remind me of the Oscars, man. The Oscar nominations came out today, and one battle after another swept the Oscars. It proves how stupid Americans are. You see, because they all think it's a contemporary black comedy, not realizing that it's based on, and none of you are going to know this name except Aaron, maybe Patty, Thomas Pynchon's novel, Vineland. Ripped off immediately, but the reason you remind me about it is I really always wanted to watch Leonardo DiCaprio running around in a bathrobe, making believe that he was a failed revolutionary. So here my kids make me sit down and watch this movie, and I'm watching and I'm thinking to myself, this movie reminds me of how stupid men are, because I wanted so badly once to get laid. I actually read the book. This girl I went out with thought the sun rose and set on Thomas Pynchon. And why do I say it's proof that Americans are stupid? Because if they can't understand a book, they think it's brilliant. So they took a book that everybody thought was brilliant because nobody understood it or was completely out of control. This man is a lunatic, Kurt Vonnegut. Does anybody know who Kurt Vonnegut is, other than Aaron? All right? The truth of the matter is, Vineland is about a fictional country somewhere between San Diego and L.A., where all these crazed hippies live. And the movie totally rips off the book. I don't even think they mentioned Thomas Pynchon once in the credits. But the point is, that's not what I wanted to talk about. All right? I thought about it, but your bathrobe brought it up to me, you know? So it also brings me to my biggest problem right now, which is my knee. So I was told that I had to get my knee replaced. Right? It makes you think about the state of American healthcare. Big time. All right? What's the worst thing that's wrong about American healthcare? It isn't Robert F. Kennedy trying to stop people from getting vaccinations. It's out-of-network billing. Think about it. And doctors from Harvard. Never trust a Harvard doctor, especially if he's Asian. It's just not going to work. Let me finish, Patty. All right? Here I am, I go to the doctor, he tells me I need my knee to be replaced, but he's flying under a false flag. You walk into his office and it says Cedars-Sinai. So you assume you're going to Cedars-Sinai, your insurance is going to cover this. So they run me around the horn, I finally decide to get it, and here I am standing there getting my CAT scan of my knee, just God knows why, and then the next thing I know, I'm thinking about, how am I paying for this thing? It's clearly not going to be covered by United Healthcare. But then the good thing happened. They took me to the doctor. I had to get my You smiling. You don't understand the thing I'm saying. Anyhow, you're too young to get sick. Anyhow, they take me to the doctor. The doctor wants to do my pre-operation checkup, right? What did they find? The same heart condition they found 3 years ago. Point is, I couldn't get the operation. Rush me across the street to the cardiologist, and this is where the fun starts, right? Okay, when you're a man and you're married, you learn a couple of things. There are a couple of people here that might attest to it. So I go to the cardiologist, and I come home and announce they sent me to the cardiologist. Next thing I know, I have an appointment the following week. Of course, you bring your wife. If you don't bring your wife, when you come back from the cardiologist and you tell them what the cardiologist says, they're going to accuse you of lying. No question about it. You are a liar. So I go to the cardiologist, and they're giving me these very expensive tests. And thank God, this guy has state-of-the-art stuff, and he's in network. Because you have to go to the Valley to get an in-network doctor. Don't get bored yet. There's more to this story. So I go with Sunda, and here we go. They give me the test, but they're giving me radioactivity in my body. The last thing you want is them shooting you up with radioactivity. All right? Because you're going to be sick the next day. How did I know? They tell us to come back in an hour and a half. We go to the subway down the street. And what do you get in the subway in a medical center? A vomiting patient in the back of the subway. And you look at the people at the subway, they're just making sandwiches. I said, what are you going to do about the vomiting person? They go, oh, that's not so bad. What do you mean that's not so bad? What else do you have here? Men with diarrhea? He had it too. So, of course, the good thing about it is that Sunda didn't eat her sandwich, which meant I could eat it later. All right? So we go back upstairs, and, we go. They say, well, you're going to have to come back the day after tomorrow. So the day after tomorrow, I bring my daughter. So she's coming with me, and all of a sudden, they're whipping out the radioactive isotopes again. They inject this with you so they can follow take nice pictures with you glowing. And the guy turns around to my daughter and says, are you pregnant? She gets up ready to fight. Why? Because she thinks he's talking about her weight. So I then go the next time. I bring my wife back again, and of course the doctor comes down to what's the ultimate problem. I'm fat. Why can't you get this operation out? Because you really need to lose weight. Thank God I finally got Ozempic. When I first started getting Ozempic, it was $1,400 a week, a month. When your insurance carrier covers it, it's $25. See, now, you're not paying for the Ozempic. It's like a pre-roll. All right? You're paying for the roll. All right? It's like one of them, those vapes that Patty likes. You ain't paying for the vape inside. That's shit stuff. That's just some oil, and tar. You're paying for the cartridge. That was the problem with Ozempic. That's why it's all coming out with pills now. Okay, so jump to the chase, because I see that I'm not really getting anybody to the heart here. So we jump to the chase, and here we are. It's now a month later. I'm on, and I got the Ozempic, and I lose weight. And I bring my daughter, who just came in from London. This one is Lucifer, all right, the young one. So, because she's telling me on the way there, I'm going to tell on you. What do you mean you're going to tell on me? I'm going to tell the doctor you don't exercise. I said, of course I don't friggin' exercise. I can't walk. I said, what do you want me to do? Go out for a walk all the time when I have a bum knee? Anyhow, we get to the doctor. He goes through the whole thing, and you know what the conclusion is after all these tests? Lose weight. So I've decided, very simply, I look in the mirror, and I'm thin. I see myself as thin. I now have decided my identity is that of a thin person, and all the rest of you have to accept it. Because I've changed my pronouns. I'm now slim and skinny. And if you don't use my pronouns, by the way, you're misgendering me or misfatting me. Because that's what it gets down to, right? All right? It's my delusion. I want everybody to accept the fact that I'm skinny. It's simple. That way I don't have to lose any weight. The whole rest of the world looks upon me as slim and uses the right pronoun. Well, that being said, I kind of have learned to agree with Ari Emanuel's brother. All right? When you go through... Now, for all of you who don't know who Ari Emanuel was the super agent. There are two brothers, Rahm, who worked for Clinton, or Obama. I don't remember which part of the country he was fucking up. And Zeke. The one with the brains is Zeke, followed in the father's footsteps. He's a doctor. So Zeke Emanuel has decided that the thing that's most wrong with American healthcare is overutilization. And I realize that overutilization is the key to why doctors drive Ferraris. All right? A doctor is unhappy without a Maserati or a Ferrari. And this is how they do it. When you come into their office, you're going to get 50 tests, and they get a cut of each test. All right? The American healthcare, the problem is not that it's based upon getting you well. It's based upon taking your money. All right? So that being said, I see the light. All right? A little bit of a blink there. Telling me I mean two more. It's a shame Shemaya left. All right, and Patty's here, and Aaron with a few comments about January 6th and such. The truth of the matter is, nobody cares about January 6th anymore. You know why? Because now we have the spectacle of Bill Clinton being subpoenaed. And what everybody doesn't realize is Bill didn't do nothing wrong or anything that he doesn't do before. It was Hillary. She was getting the massages and doing business with Jeffrey Epstein. You're shaking your head, sir. Where do you think Huma Abedin came from, and what she did? All right. Don't you think Hillary wasn't getting those massages? All right. And the other part is that they're going to dig deeper, and what Bill's afraid of is that, they're going to find out about how much business he was doing with Epstein. But the sad part about it is he's going to be huffing into the congressional chamber, carrying his oxygen tank and his portable defibrillator. All right? And they're kicking him to the floor. The Democrats have abandoned the Clintons. And on that note, what, you laugh, right? All right. Monica Lewinsky couldn't bring down Bill. All right? But Jeffrey, a dead man, has. And they did it to themselves. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Well, as long as I'm not up in that list, I don't want to see that. I want to introduce you guys to the person that makes this place happen. She is your comedy concierge, and for your pleasure, the one, the only, Samantha Linderman. Yes!
Keep it going for Sunda Kroonquist, everybody. LA School of Comedy, and you guys for coming out here tonight. This is so beautiful. I love when I'm on TikTok and I see clips of other open mics. I get so angry. I get like visceral. Where I'm like, no, what we do it. Check out our page. Okay, we do it. Do. But it's so hard to like watch. But I always like it. And then I always get more. Like I'm always like supporting comedy, and then it's all I see. But I love comedy. As both of you said to me separate, Jen and Sunda, like we need comedy now more than ever. Am I right, people? But you're not going to get it from me. No, imagine I start sobbing. No. For some reason, guys, I can't stop making my therapist laugh. And it's like, girl, that's not what I'm paying you for. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, if I really needed that, like, I know the people I can go, like, please, like, that's not what I, like, stifling laughter. I'm like, should I be laughing? I don't know. Because I was like, that one wasn't even a joke. Like, the one before was, and you didn't get it. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. I don't know. She said something once about gummies. And I think she meant, like, melatonin. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, whatever, gummy. Like, every person I know over, like, 20, I'll say 21. No, it's more like 25. I'm being trying to be nice. Any person, like, over 25 who's, like, a girl, I don't know, who looks like me. Like, I know when I turn 25, I'm going to start doing this. But, like, there's a gummy for sleep. Like, there's a gummy for, like, growing your hair longer, but also, like, getting rid of your hair. And then there's a gummy for, like, probiotic, prebiotic. And I'm like, my whole TikTok, it's me. Honestly, it's me. Like, I'm trying to make it sound like other people, but, like, I haven't bought any because I know once I buy one, I'm going to buy them all. I'm going to buy a serum. I'm going to, like, buy a detox thing. I'm going to, like, only drink shakes for, like, 10 minutes. My dad's like, let's do no carbs for 2 weeks. And I'm like, should we also, like, not have cell phones, go on an island, and, like, see who kills who first? Like, why do you want, like to ruin our lives? Like, no carbs? None? No bread? No butter? Oliver fucking, no, I would have, like, a steak, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, the Lion's Diet. Anyone ever heard of it? Does nobody else's dad make them watch the YouTube videos that they love? No? There's something about, no, just me? Okay. Wow, you guys aren't hanging out with your dads like that. No, I'm just kidding. I live with them, so it's, like, the rent I pay. Is watching the carnivore videos. But I don't know, like, boys, I feel like watch YouTube, like, girl, like, this is very, like, boys and girls, whatever. But I really do feel like there's something more about boys in YouTube. But it's, like, a specific thing where it's, like, cars being cleaned with dub in the background. Like, but it's, like, one account, and then it's, like, I need to play this for you while I try to make out. Like, why are you doing this to me right now? Why are you doing this to me right now? I even before I did comedy, I was always like, I love comedy. And then guys would be like, what do you think about Dave Chappelle? What do you think about John Mulaney? What do you think about... This is what would happen every time. It's like real life. It's like they get so excited. And I was like, I need to get that off my profile. I guess I'm too excited. I know. I love Dave Chappelle, though. Is that bad? That's crazy. I know. It's, like, controversial. It's like I saw my cousin. Like, okay, so I am Jewish. I know. Like, the word Jewish was said so many times where I was like, I can't remember how to spell it anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jewish. I'm Jewish. Yeah, like my parents want to go to a more religious temple, and all of a sudden I became a Jew more than ever before. I was like, leave our temple, our community that I've been in since I was 10 years. Like, I just don't want to go back to where it's like I'm really gonna have to wear a skirt twice a year. Get over yourself. Like, I am not like the pastor. Like, I don't know. I've always wanted to go to a church. My dad is always like he says he's like the most self-hating Jew. At times. We live in a very Jewish community. I don't know. It's very funny. She's talking about white on white crime. I don't know. My mom is like on the committee like for sound complaints against the temple. And it's like they got married there. Like it's crazy. It's really crazy. One time the rabbi said I had spunk. And yeah, and we were like playing football and I was like, this is my hallmark moment. My dad doesn't play football. He oh my God. My family is actually really Jewish. Like the more I think about it, like my friend told me, she's like, Sam, you're Orthodox. And I was like, this isn't the kind of, like, you can't tell somebody, like, it's like being like, you're gay. Like, I don't know. You have to, like, figure it out on your, like, I don't know. You grew up Orthodox. I don't think so. Maybe for, like, 10 minutes. I don't know. That was crazy. I have this one memory. I don't know if this is funny, but, like, my dream one day is to make a special that's, like comedy and, like, a story and, like, make sense and, like, be good and make money. Like, anybody else on a dream? Oh, my God. So unique. But I remember I was like, I was in kindergarten, or was it pre-1A? If your kid went to Jewish school, they would make up these grades like in between to keep you longer. I'm sorry. And then every year the money was more and the teachers were younger and knew nothing. And they asked me to get coffee across the street. And my mom was like, we're out of here. Like my mom is so funny. We were the last people on the plane and she was like, she like pressed the button and she's like, it's so warm in here. And I was like, okay, like okay, because you were running because you were late. It was me in the bathroom. Yeah, I know. She's like, it's warm in here. Like, imagine they roll the window down. Like, what do you want? Like, honestly, what do you want? But I'm 6 years old and we're sitting on the little carpet, and they were like, raise your hand if you think God is a girl. Every girl except me raised our hand, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna get the answer right. Like everywhere in both testaments, it's very he, him. Like it's very he, him. Base. There's not a lot of she's. Like the she's are like, oh, what is she doing? Like when you see a she, you're like, she's about to do something crazy. Like they love her, like, but then she's naked. Like I don't know. Like every girl, like, do we love Miriam? Because it means like bad lake, right? Like Miriam. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Now I'm turning into a real rabbi. Bring it back. Oh my God. And then they said, raise your hand if you think God's a boy. And I raised my hand. I'm like, okay, like I can read, like he versus she, whatever. And they're like, God's whoever you want him to be. I was so pissed. I'm like, what do you mean? You don't know God? Like God is not like assigning the homework? Like why am I wearing this skirt? Why am I wearing this skirt? Is God wearing a skirt? Oh my God. I got really upset. And then my parents were like, what do you do? Like they didn't know what to say to that. I was a weird kid. I work with kids. I love weird kids. It's the kids that remind you of yourself that you have to be like, go sit down. Like, I can't be around you right now. Like, both of us will get distracted. I'll be like, where's my phone? They're like, I have your credit card. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean you have my credit card? Because my credit card's in my phone case. I'm like, so you had my phone. They're always worried about how much sugar I'm having. I ordered food in front of them. It felt like I was walking by like a pound, like eating steak in a cartoon. They're like, please, can I have some, please? Like Oliver, like, can I have some porridge? Like, I'm like, they're serving like little pizzas with like sausage on it. Like, the food's not that bad. The food's really not that bad at school. I do eat it every day. I used to tell kids, like when the cafeteria lady was really watching, I was like, you don't want to get lunch, right? Like, you have your own lunch. Wow. And then I would tell them to go get me lunch. And it was like so exciting. So, okay, guys, LA School of Comedy. It's the end of January, but like it almost isn't, but it's still the new year. So get your podcast done, get your classes started. We have a lot going on. Go to our website, go to our IG, TikTok. I was about to say Snapchat. No, we don't need to go to Snapchat. I know. Give me that. Okay. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram at SamLikeTBH, or you can find me here. And please keep it going for the one and only lady who does it all. I love her to death. Sunda Krukwe!
I'm going to bring up someone who's coming up for the first time, so we're going to get ready. And it's so funny because I was working with her today. I said, oh, you're going to love it here because there's a lot of people that work with kids. Let's give it up for Lily C.K. So we're going into Lily, right? Right? Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Give it up for Lily.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for having me. I'm I'm thrilled to be up here. This is my first time ever in my life. Ever. I don't know if you can see my like heart racing through my chest. It's like a cartoon right now. But anyway, I'm psyched to be up here. The other day, I went on a date. A very cute guy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with American Cinematheque. They've got a bunch of theaters all over Los Angeles. We've got the one over in Los Feliz. We've got the Arrow over in Santa Monica. I love them. I'm a huge movie buff. And so I went to go see a movie with this kid, and we're taking the bus because we're broke and students. And so it's an hour-long bus ride out to Los Feliz. It is awkward. It's bad. So we get a seat in the back, and it's just us and a couple of people smoking crack right next to us. It was kind of interesting. And so I'm trying to make conversation with this kid. I'm like, so, what do you do? He's like, school. What do you do? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I read sometimes. It's pretty bad. We get to the theater, and we sit down. There's a sex scene in the movie. It's awkward. And then we go. I'm trying to extend the date, and I see this pie place. It's like International House of Pie. It's not IHOP. It's a pie place. And I'm like, hey, this would be cute. Let's go to this pie place. He's like, okay. And he's really not giving me anything. He's really just like, okay. I'm like, come on, man, come on. We go into this pie place, and I need a cup of coffee because this guy is just tiring me out. And so I sit down. Waiter comes over. He's like, what do you guys want? I say, listen, man, bottomless cup of coffee. He's like, pulls out a cup, just boom, right out of his pocket, pours me up, boom. And I'm still trying to conversate with this guy, still, even though he is so dry. And I'm saying, okay, let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie. It was good. Fuck you! Come on, give me something. All right, so I finish my coffee because this guy is not talking. I take down the entire coffee. I set it on the table. Waiter comes over, boom, fills it right back up. I'm like, okay, I guess I got another cup of coffee, all right. And I'm still sipping away at it. No conversation is being made. I'm sipping. I put it down. Waiter comes over again, boom, fills it back up. I'm like, whoa, what? There's other people in here. What is this guy doing? So I'm on my third cup of coffee, still no conversation. All right, I'll drink again. Put it down. Boom, he's back again. So anyway, but at this point, I'm 4 cups of coffee in. I'm starting to shake because I can't handle my coffee. And waiter comes over, and he says, all right, so who's paying for this coffee? And I look at the guy. I'm like, this is your move. Come on. This is your move. Come on, man. And he looks right back at me. And then I feel my hand reaching into my pocket, pulling out my wallet. Waiter, I paid for the coffee. This kid gave me nothing. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for me. Thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Lily G.K. Hayes, and you can find me online, mostly on YouTube, at Lily G.K. Hayes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And also, she can talk about her radio show. She's a radio show at UCLA.
Oh, yeah, DJ Lazu Lily.
Hello. We got another DJ in the house. You're going to say, who's the first one? It's not me. It's somebody by the name of DJ Kiss. But I'm not going to let this man sit next to you with the robe and not bring him up. So how do I say it faster? Let's bring up Chaka. Come on. Let's do it. Come on.
How you guys doing tonight? I don't know what she called me, but I'm Mr. Conflicted, okay? Yo, man, it's a lot of beautiful motherfuckers in here. Yeah, it's a lot of beautiful people in here. Yeah, give it a shout out for yourself. Yeah. I'm not gonna get all political or anything like that, but we voted like a reality star, you know, into office, and then afterwards we had the pandemic, like we was on Survivor and shit, you know. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what do you all think? You know what I'm saying? I just think, are we fucked? We fucked? I don't know. I see a lot of beautiful people out here. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about, he actually said something about beautiful people. He said that he don't like handsome motherfuckers. Damn, I wonder why. I really do. I wonder why he don't like handsome motherfuckers. But we're not gonna get into that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Indian Cardi B just left, huh? Shimaka, that was her name, huh? Yeah, yo, man, she's nice. You know where my boy Patty went? He left, huh? Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. I just, looking out here real like homeless, whatever. You know what I mean? You know, but yo, homeless people out here in California, man, you just don't know what the fuck is going on with them, man. Yo, I used to be homeless out here. Yeah, but my homeless, man, I used to walk around with a backpack, you know? I was sharp. Nobody knew that I was homeless and shit like that. I used to climb the side of the buildings, go all the way to the top, because I'm from the islands, you know what I mean? I know how to fucking climb. You know what I mean? So I used to climb all the way to the top of that motherfucker. And then when I got up there, I used to chill, you know? Used to go like right to almost the last stairs or whatever. And then I'd chill up in there. I mean, I did until the police stopped pulling guns out in my face with lights all up in my face and shit like that. Then I had no choice. No, true story. I used to sell Hollywood, maps and shit like that, you know? Actually, one day I didn't have no place to stay, so I stayed in my van. Well, it wasn't my van. Well, I thought it was my van. Like, the guy that owned the van, he came there and he was like, he saw me sleeping. He's like, I was like, my bad, bro. I was tired. I wasn't trying to drive all the way home and shit like that, and so I just wanted to sleep in my van. He's like, motherfucker, this is my van. I was like, oh, shit. This is your van? I got the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? It's not a good look. You know? The motherfucker was about to call the cops on me. But I'm telling you, though, like, being homeless in L.A., man, you see the craziest shit. I see, like, I was downtown. There was this homeless dude who used to always, push his cart. And he always, you know when they say motherfuckers is crazy? You probably think I'm crazy, huh? Some motherfuckers is really not crazy. This dude used to push a car downtown. And when they come up the freeway, cars used to be flying by. And he used to be pushing it real slow, like. And they would slow down. Until one motherfucker came off the freeway driving fast as fuck. I've never seen that homeless motherfucker run with that car before. That motherfucker took off. I'm like, God damn. Oh, I guess he's not crazy after all, is he? He was not that crazy as I thought, yeah? But though, I'm in a bad place right now, though. Yeah, I never thought I would end up here, I've heard people talk about it before, but I never thought that shit would happen to me, yeah? Is this mic on? I'm in the motherfucking friend zone, yeah? Yeah. And I think I got nobody else to blame but myself. Because all my friends is lesbian studs. Yeah. And I'm a sugar daddy to all of them. Yeah, But this one lesbian stud that I'm dealing with right now, I think I got to let her go, though. I do. I got to let her go because they're kind of aggressive, yeah? You know what I'm saying? She said some shit to me the other day. I was telling her, like, look, man, the stuff you said to me, like, she called me a bitch. I said, why you call me a bitch? I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom would like some shit like that. She said, fuck your mom. I said, God damn. I said, that's not no godly thing for you to say to me. She said, God told me to call you a bitch. I said, oh, shit. They're really, man, they're really aggressive. You know, but it's okay though. You know, cause I'm gonna get back to the regular girls though. You know, actually, I got a New Year's resolution too. Like I'm celibate. Yeah, I'm celibate. You want some? Oh, you don't want some? Okay. But I think you got to test women though. You do. You got to test women. You know, like right after the pandemic and everything, like I had the little bit of extra money that we was getting. You know, everyone was getting the $1,500 or whatever, and I was in Vegas. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go out there, and I want to go in the stratosphere, you know. I want to bungee jump on that motherfucker. I had this girl coming out to go see with me, kick it with me, whatever. But then she stood me up. So I went into the hotel and everything, and I saw this nice little chick. She looked like Eve and everything, man. She looked good. And I said, look, you know, I want you to come back with me and kick it with me and stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to do it, but then around that time, somebody got hurt in the stratosphere. They got like shot or whatever. So I was kind of scared, skeptical. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. So I was like, you know what? I gotta test her, see where her energy is. You know what I mean? Plus I was on probation too, you know. So I was like, I said, look, baby, I want to take you to my room and everything. So we gonna head up there. She's like, okay. And she said, I gotta eat. She looked like Eve. She was banging. She looked good. She was like, I gotta eat. I said, okay, we're gonna go eat. So I wanted to test her energy because I wanted to bring no fuss to me, police, whatever, you know, whatever you call it. So I was like, I went to the you know what I'm saying, the register, whatever. And I said, look, man, I'm trying to get a room. I'm trying to test her out. I said, do you guys take EBT? He was like, what? I said, do you take EBT card to get the room? And she started hitting me in my back like, what the fuck is wrong with you, EBT? I said, yeah, food stamps card. I'm trying to get a room. She says, you fucking crazy? EBT? I said, yeah. So I asked him again, do you take EBT? She's like, you really are serious, huh? She's like, you know, I'm fucking out of here. I was like, you know, she's not the one for me, man. She got too much of an attitude, you know what I'm saying? She got too much attitude. I don't need that shit in my life. So I went to play the slots, and I met another chick, and took her to the room, and we had good communication. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you gotta test people, man. You know, I know what they're thinking right now too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on camera right now. They probably think like, oh shit, look at him right now. Look at him. He's probably in the fucking Illuminati right now. They got his ass. I know they got him. Look at him. Look what he's wearing. Yeah. Man, that Illuminati shit, man. I think look, when the pandemic happened, motherfuckers had too much motherfucking times on their hands, boy. You know, watching all these conspiracy theories and shit. Yeah. My friend, I had to cut his ass off, you know? Came in the house one day talking about, look at this, look at this, look at this. Michelle Obama, look at this, she's a man. I was like, nigga, what? She's a man, she's a man. I said, let me show you something, bro. I show him all this AI shit and how they altered the picture and shit like that. Then he's like, oh, my bad. I didn't know. Next day, I cut his ass off. I'm like, if he's looking at that picture and he's thinking that about Michelle Obama, what the fuck is he going to think about me if he sees some shit about me? You know what I mean? Anyway, I want to thank you guys. You guys been awesome. All right? Oh, I don't have no social media. I don't have everything is on the construction. Appreciate you guys, though. All right. Thank you.
Which island, brother?
Huh?
Which island?
Every island.
What's your favorite? I need ackee and codfish.
Huh?
I need ackee and codfish out here. Where can I find it? Where?
South America.
No, here.
What's my what?
Where can I find? You said all the islands, right?
No, I said all my social media is down right now.
No, but I asked you which island you are from.
Yeah, I'm from South America.
Okay, so that means like Guyana?
Yeah, Guyana. She hitting on the note.
Because that's what they say. They're South American. That's what they always say. I don't know why, but they do.
Well, we got Venezuela over there.
Exactly. ¿Tú hablas español? No? Okay. Well, that's not the thing I want to say when I introduce this next femme fatale. I can tell you that. So I just want to say, what happened in Leo? I just want to know where you are. I want to be sure you're here so that when you introduce that I find you, because I thought you got over in this corner. I was like, dang, don't you hang in that corner. I can't see. It's such a... No, you have no idea what happened. I walked up to Ted Chen from NBC, and I said, Gordon, it's so good to see you. And he said, I'm not Gordon Namasaki. I'm Ted Chen. And I felt so embarrassed because he knew my name. And that's what she's talking about when you say stuff that's wrong. It's like my husband going to get his teeth cleaned and saying to the lady, you haven't had that baby yet. She was like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant, she said. And I said to her, oh, he's thinking of the other doctor's office. He said, no, I'm not. I thought somebody was pregnant. Let me tell you, we got a hot tamale coming to the stage. Your social media manager of the LA School of Comedy, I present to you the one, the only, Jennifer Flores Divine.
Oh my gosh, I love Sunda. Every time she introduces me like that, I'm always like, wait, who could it be? I thought you were about to come up. She said hot tamale. I was like, wait, like maybe Mark's gonna come back up again. So I decided to twin with Mark today, if you couldn't tell. It's a very comfy, stylish fit. And I think, I was just like, you know, he always looks so comfortable up here. I want to try it out too. So I like it. Who wore it best? I don't know. I think he did. So in typical Mark fashion, we'll get a little political. So this week, I watched the interview for the very first time. If you guys know about it. I mean, honestly, like, there's a really problematic person in there now, but Seth Rogen's also in it. And basically, it was, like, really controversial because it's about North Korea, and, like, they just really go in. And basically, North Korea threatened Sony or whatever and said, like, if you release it, like, some shit's going to happen. And they still went on with it, yada, yada, yada. We got some hackers to release, they got some hackers to release the movie, whatever. So I knew all of that context, but I never watched the movie. And I finally watched it this week, and I was just like, fuck, like, no other country could get away with some shit like that. Like, especially right now, like, I'm like, we would go kidnap their, like, leader. Oh, wait, we did that already. Okay, so, you know, it's kind of funny because I was just seeing hella similarities with, like, you know, the main guy in the movie and, like, Trump. And also this week, I saw this theory that, like, Trump wears diapers. Yeah, and it's actually really funny. And they provided, like, visual clips of, like, different things, like, different ones. Like, there was, like, the ones that I couldn't really trust where it's, like, him with other people in, like, rooms and, like, you can hear sounds of him, like, releasing himself or relieving himself. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I don't know. That could be edited. But then there were other ones, like one where he was in WWE and he tackled somebody and you could see, like, the diaper print. And I was like, wow. Okay, maybe he just wore the wrong underwear. Fine. There was another one with him sitting on a towel on, like, some news, like, on air, whatever. And it's like there's, like, a stain popping up. I'm like, so I was just like, that's interesting. There was no punchline with that. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah. So this week has been really crazy. I mean, honestly, it was like a really crazy start to the year. I feel like a lot of shit has been going on. And so I feel like me being broke right now makes me the perfect ally. We're boycotting Target like I've been doing that for years. I haven't stepped foot in there for years. Like, babe, I can't. I just can't. Like, I can't afford that right now. We're fucking not supporting Starbucks. I'm not either, babe, because I'm not spending $20 on two things. It doesn't sit right with me. Like, I don't care if I got paid. It's not like where my mind wants to go to spend my check. So that's, like, fun. Let me see. I'm trying not to read my card, even though I wrote shit down. Like, ADHD, I don't know. Sometimes it really, like, rambles. I'm just going to read it. Like, at this point, what am I going to do, just stand here? Okay, so, again, crazy week. So my mental health has been, like, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I feel like when I'm explaining it, I sound like a wizard. Like, I feel like I sound, like, even more crazier than I mean to sound. Like, I feel like when I'm talking about my mental health, I sound schizo. And so I'm telling Sam, actually, like, I was like, yeah, I haven't been on meds in a minute. Like, I feel like I'm, like I'm playing chess, but I'm the game player, but also I can see above the game board, so I know what to do. Like, I'm trying to balance things out, and I'm like, what the fuck? I sound nuts. Like, I feel like Sam was in the car like, yeah, bitch, I think she needs to get back on that Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin, baby, stand up. Yep. Love me a Wellbutrin. I do. But I haven't been taking meds for a minute, guys. Like, I'm just, like, really just trying to I feel like a wizard. Like I really do. I really feel like I'm like a kitchen. I could describe it as a kitchen. So like last week we had like a little fire in the kitchen. It got a little bad. This week we're doing damage control. You know, I have some people like we're getting ready to mise en place. We're getting ready to like do some things because we have things to do. We're cleaning up the fire. We can't just be like, oh, like the fire happened and let it destroy us. No, like babe, we still gotta go. So that's been fun. Okay, so yeah, I don't really know, guys. I don't know. This is so different to me. I feel like there's so much pressure about this mic. I don't know why. Like this mic, I just have to do a set amount of time. Okay, let's see. So I've been reading more lately, and I feel like reading really helps me with my phone addiction. No, because that phone addiction is real. Like, it really is real. And I feel like reading is a really cheap hobby that makes you feel better about yourself. Like, it really does. I saw a tweet this week that said, reading is revolutionary. I guess I'm a revolutionist now. Like, it is. And if you, like, first I was questioning. I was like, man, it's kind of eh. But no, it is. Like, ask yourself, when's the last time you read a book? Like, just one. I don't know. And if the answer is 0 this year, there's a community library right outside the job. That's what made me like inspired to talk about the reading, because I literally went outside randomly with my friend, and I was like, oh my god, there's a free library. Like, I love free libraries. Honestly, okay, this is the last thing. I'll end on this note. So the highlight of my week was yesterday. Yesterday, I had it in mind. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting seafood boil. Like, I'm getting seafood boil this week. It's my first seafood boil of the year. Last year, I was on a roll. Yeah, I was getting seafood boil like. I love me a seafood boil. I love crab, like, to the point where I can just get the crab, the rice. Like, I have my thing. So imagine my horror, my shock, when I'm going to seafood boil with my friend. It's been a minute. And, you know, I check in, and the lady's like, hey, Jen, welcome back. Oh, like, just ask me about like, at this point, I feel like she should have committed. She should have been, like, the usual, and I would have been like, yes, can I get the table in the back? Because I'm like, why are you airing my business out like that? Like, welcome back. You're not even my go-to spot, if you're really being honest. Like, you're literally, you were just the closer location, but that's okay. So that was really my highlight, because I'm like, damn. At what point, like, how many times do you have to go to a seafood boil for them to be like, welcome back? Welcome back. That's interesting. And so I compensated by spilling my drink on myself, because I can't, like, get too much, like, attention or gratification, because I'm just like accident prone. But one thing I'm not accident prone on is social media. I really love expressing myself in social media. I'm trying to do a lot of creative projects this year. And so check my social media out. If you like it, my @name is @DivineWorld, DivineeWRLD. See, look, that reading got me saying my name off. Like, that spelling is crazy. So yeah, just check me out. And if that's something you like and you want to do something similar, or you want to find some direction for your page, hit me up. I'm always on a collab. Thank you so much. And with that being said, give it up for Leo Kano. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? So I was tardy. What's up, you guys? You guys doing all right? Cool? Here Friday, LA, chilling. Bring on the energy. Yeah, dude. That was a cool dating story, man. That sucks that guys can be like that. They're kind of like dicks, right? You know, some people can say he's a dick. Some people might say that's progressive too. You know, like it's kind of like equal rights. You know, women ask for it a little bit. I'm all for paying for it, but then just like some people are just assholes like that. Speaking of eating. Did you guys know this is actually a rule in like Petco? In Petco during like the Thanksgiving season, they don't let Asian people shop there. I just wanted to see how serious I could say that. That's a silly joke. It's not. No, there's no real material there. I just want to have a laugh. It's a comic, but it's love just fuck around. Everyone's like serious, like we're in church. Like, yeah, this is a very good statement, Leo. And just fucking around, just messing around with Asians and stuff. Asians though, man. Expand on that. I'm Asian, half Asian. Right? But one thing I was always curious about, like, and I noticed with all my white friends, especially in LA, born and raised in LA, and I had to listen to this shit all day. Like, why is it like white guys from the U.S. can bitch about like Europeans and be like, oh, fuck Europeans, I fucking don't like Europeans, fuck them, right? And then if I'm like born and raised in LA, and I'm Filipino, right? Not that white people in here really care. It doesn't matter, whatever. But I could be like, yo, man, like, I don't really give a shit about Asian people that much. You know, I'm being Filipino. And they're like, well, Leo, you should love your own culture. Aren't you Japanese or something? And it's always like that. They always like, you know, they always like kind of want to circle it back to you. I can't be like, well, why do you hate the British so much? I mean, you guys have obvious history with America and British. You can't say anything about. No, it's different, man. Because, you know, I don't know where I was going with that, but something about Asians and white people. You know, but anyways, I mean, yeah, man, like, I love LA though. LA's great. My job, I work as an apartment manager, so I work in real estate, but I don't get big bucks. I have to get paid minimum wage, collect checks, so people hate me all day, you know. No one likes a guy who collects checks. No one does. Everyone here probably hates their apartment manager at some point and everything. But I had to hear problems all day, too, you know. I had to hear dumb things that LA people say, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I had to find someone to babysit my chinchilla. I had to research what the fuck a chinchilla was. I didn't know it was a fucking pet rat. And then I had one lady that was recent. It happened 2 weeks ago. She was like, oh, my God, so my Prada sunglasses got stolen out of my car, and my car door was unlocked. Okay, what the fuck do you want me to do about that? She's like, can you just check surveillance? I'm like, what, check surveillance on how much of a dumbass you are, but to leave your door unlocked in L.A.? That's the thing about L.A. people, and I can say this, I was born and raised in L.A. I have to emphasize that because I come off as, like, New York hating L.A. energy right now. But, dude, L.A. people will have the balls to, like, lose something and be their 100% fault and try to ask for compensation. That's what they did. I was a property manager. She was straight face, was like, is there any compensation about my Prada sunglasses? First off, there's a shitty pair of sunglasses you bought for $600. You could probably get at the gas station, no one can tell the difference. Yeah, but then, like, second off, who the fuck would you, again, leave your fucking car unlocked? And then, like, dude, I say this, too, because I came back from to LA and moved back here a couple years ago after getting out of the Air Force. How long do I have to pretend after going overseas, you know, seeing people in third world countries, like, lose a lot of shit, especially what's going on today, seeing people, they have to, like, struggle to, like, find family members, and I gotta pretend people in LA are heroes, the fat ones, when they decide to eat a normal amount of food. Like, I have to sit there and be, like, impressed when someone tells me, I'm trying to, like, eat normal amount of calories. You're supposed to fucking do that all the time anyway. Fucking give a shit like I'm almost down to human size. I'm like, and I'm not knocking just people from LA. People in the military do that shit too. I'm in the Air Force, Chair Force, as the Army says, right? The Army says that all the time, and they're right. We do love air conditioning. I used to get upset when I first joined the Air Force. They always bitched about that, like, you guys just have air conditioning and you guys get shorter deployments. I'm like, I used to get upset, but now I'm like, who the fuck does not like air conditioning? And my sister, she put me over the fence because I was about to join either Marines, Army, yeah, real men, I get it. Marines, Army, Navy, kind of gay, or Air Force, right? And my sister told me, do you want to be on a boat or some tents with a bunch of guys sucking dick all day, or be with a bunch of women? I was like, you know, Air Force doesn't sound that bad, you know? What do you Air Force? Air Force is in. Some women there, right? Got to travel around. I got to go to Arkansas. Arkansas was Arkansas, you know, like exactly what you thought. Arkansas is one of those things where you see it on TV and you're like, that is, yeah, Arkansas. That's country people talking shit about other country people. And then when I went to get my car repaired, I was actually blown away when, like, the mechanic was talking shit about other parts of Arkansas. He's like, yeah, Spring Hill is fucking country, you know. And we can repair your car, though, Leo. By the way, and I'm Filipino. Once again, not that white people here give a shit. But, you know, it doesn't matter. This guy knows what I mean, right? When you're Asian, you're like, actually, I'm Korean or Chinese, and I fucking care. You're Asian, whatever. And I told the guy, and I was like, yeah, but actually, sir, I'm actually Filipino. This is a Japanese car. Well, then Filipinos build really good Japanese cars. You know, they're pretty, like, strong on that stuff, man. But, you know, traveling's fun. I got to be stationed in Japan for a couple years, too. And I was there for a couple of years. And when I was over there, it was my first base, so I was fresh out of boot camp. And I tried staying on base. I would, like, hit on all the Air Force girls. But then all of them, they get, like, you know, women, they get married and shit very early in boot camp. Anyone knows the military women that do that? Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, he does. Dude, they get married right away, right? So I can't hit on the military women, and I go off base and I'll hit on Japanese girls. But dude, all my white and black friends just clean out YOLO pussy. I felt like entitled to that because I'm part Asian. Like, oh, I'm Filipino. There's got to be some connection. I could maybe a World War II sympathy dick or something. I don't know. Like, you know, because Japan did kind of fuck over Philippines. It would be kind of balance it out if I get laid. But no, they didn't give a shit. They're like, they thought all the black guys were rappers and all the white guys would bring them back to the U.S. I don't fucking know, man. I don't, whatever it is, dude. And I know women in here are probably thinking, you guys are just sick. Can't you imagine? Why would you bring a girl back from a different country and she doesn't even speak English? When have you ever heard a guy tell you a story when sex stopped because he couldn't communicate with a woman? No, one of us never told me they went to Puerto Rico and they were having a conversation with a girl and they were like, oh, dude, I would have fucked that hot girl, but she just didn't speak any English. No, if anything, it might be a plus. We're just fucking around. We're just kidding. Just messing around here, man. But dude, in LA, I do love being here. The dating game is really weird because like everyone gets like a sympathy card, whether it's your age or your sex or whichever. But dude, I don't know where it happened, but dating, they said fuck you, short kings. Short kings don't get the same thing. Women will go on their dating profiles and be like, if you're below 5'10", don't talk to me. Well, first of all, that's kind of borderline racist because that's like almost all of China. I mean, I'm not Chinese, but Filipino, right? And then they'll say it. Those women do say that on their profiles. Like, if you're not 6 foot, fuck off. But if I can't put something like, don't talk to me if you're a fat bitch. Oh my God, fucking Leo. Oh my God. Get like a flood of emails and shit like that, dude. And what makes it even worse is that, like, I've heard a guy say this to me once, a tall white dude. He was like, dude, you have no idea how tall it is to be a tall white guy because your clothes don't fit right. Go fuck yourself, bro. I gotta feel sorry for fat women who want tall people, and tall guys themselves. Well, that's all I got, man. But my name's Leo K&L. You guys have a good night.
Wait a minute. Where can we find you?
Oh, you guys can find me on the 405 freeway. I wash cars and I have a box. No, just Leo K&O at LEOKYNO at Instagram. Thank you. Hey, jokes aside, I love this place. Love you guys. You guys are all great.
Oh my God, the chair force. Oh my God, in the Navy. I always thought they were gay too. Not because it was, are they all gay in the Navy? And the chair force, my father was in the, my God, you know you're old. My father, when it got shot on the ship, he stayed on the boat and played the guitar until this fucker went down. He was something wrong with him. Also because he was 32 years older than my mother. I think it had something to do with it. But what can I say? I'm mixed. I'm mixed with old and young, and we had a really good time with mixing old and young here today and new comedians, and I'm really proud of what you did. And now you see that other people work with kids, and they hate them too. And now you can do this. And when are we getting you on stage? Next time? Okay, we'll do it. Just say hello. Can you do that? Get up here. What's your name? Just say hello with me. We'll take a picture. No? Come on. Okay. Oh, my God. The last person who did that is now doing comedy everywhere. That's what they do in the beginning. They're like, no, I can't. I just can't. It's, you know, someone just asked me how did I start because I just didn't want to. Oh, was it you? Yeah. That was a crazy question. It was a young person asking me a question, and it took me by surprise. Because the person who got me started, he's dead, and she doesn't know him either. Does anybody know Jackie Mason in the room? You don't know Jackie Mason, right? See? You ever hear Jerry Lewis? Hey, lady. So Google me with Jerry Lewis tonight, and you'll have a lot of laughs. And I was really young, and I was wearing other people's hair in a ponytail going down my ass. And I look very Asian, and I got booked for an Asian role after that. I don't know why. I was Miss Wu in Law and Order. And then Christopher Noff kept saying, listen, Miss Wu. And he would start laughing. He looked at me and said, listen, Miss Wu. So then finally the director's like, cut. She's a comedian. He's like, oh, I figured that. You know, I'm a professional. Dude, you have no idea. They changed my name to Lee. I am Nancy Lee. And the episode is called Seeds. It's the highest watched episode of Law and Order. And it takes place season when I was old. Young, like old. But I'll tell you what it was about, where the IVF clinic, the gentleman is impregnating all the women with his sperm. Dude, I don't know. He was getting these people pregnant, and the black kids had red hair, and everybody had red. You made it. Hello. It's okay. You gonna come up and do a few minutes? Oh, well, you're here. That's right. You're from Ireland? England? Yeah. What's your name? Aiden? All right. So do you know what goes on here? Have you ever been here? Have you ever done comedy before? So you're coming up? Let's give it up for Aiden. Come on. When you get to the light, you have 2 minutes, and you have a seat.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
All right.
Yeah. We got a big crowd out here today. It's nice. I'm hailing all the way from Albany, New York. You know, Albany's a funny place. You know, we got about 200,000 people there. I don't know how they got there, but you know, it's what's not to love about freezing cold weather and absolutely nothing to do. But yeah, it's a nice place. It's my home. I grew up there. I love it. But LA's a lot nicer. You know, here we have beautiful people, beautiful weather, and you have also the opportunity to just go out and do comedy whenever you can. But you know, I don't know if you guys have heard. You guys have heard of these. You guys have heard of these. Yeah, so let's hear penguins. You guys have heard of these penguins? There's these penguins. Penguins that they're black and white, and so in that way, I think they're representative of us in some way, you know, because it's like the yin and yang. They're up and they're down. They're black and they're white, and I think we can all learn from penguins. She's easy to please. That was oh, look at that. Yeah. So listen, guys. Do you guys remember? There's a lot of protests going on right now, which is really great. You guys remember back in 2020 there was a Black Lives Matter protests after Derek Chauvin murdered a black man, which was just absolutely horrible. But I've always wondered, you know, what would it be like if Derek Chauvin just had the best lawyer of all time? Obviously, we're all rooting for Derek Chauvin to be prosecuted, but you just got to imagine, what kind of tactics would this lawyer pull out? Your Honor, my client, you don't understand what it's like to be a police officer in this day and age. He has been fighting day in and day out. Derek, do what I showed you. Speak a little Chinese for him, Derek. Speak a little Chinese for him. Could a racist man do this? Could a racist man speak a little Chinese? Do that king walk shit for him, Derek. Do that waka waka booby pow stuff, Derek. Do it right now. Could a racist man do that? Your Honor, I rest my case. Thanks, everybody.
Where can you find you?
My name, well, I don't actually do comedy. My name is Aiden Doyle. Find me on Instagram if you want. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Yeah. Can I sit right there?
Wow, Aiden, you just walked into a gem, a jewel box, and you're talking about Albany, and I know somebody that knows a lot about Albany. Hey, how warm is it in Albany, Mark? He went to school in Rochester. What a strange world. They're all mean and cold, right? And miserable. He did go to the University of Rochester. And I used to be in Schenectady. Yes, and I would get my pot in Hamilton Hill. Well, that's because pot's legal. All right, well, listen. If you're new in town, let me just welcome you. My name is Sunda Kronquist. I'm the director here at the LA School of Comedy. We do podcasting. And on Tuesday, you guys should stop by. Aaron teaches an acting class for comics. And I told you about it. And he's going to let guys come in on Tuesday. What time is your class? 7 p.m. You should stop by. They're not going to charge you the first time. After that, you're on your own. And thank you so much. And everybody who's watching, thank you. And yes, Albany's in the house. And tomorrow, Albany's going to have how many inches? Get ready, women. We're kidding. 16 inches. Whoo, it's going to be a party. All right. My name is Sunda Kronquist, and you can follow me on all platforms at Sunda Live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for being back. I missed you, I missed you. All right, good night. Thank you, Aaron. Are you off?